From sleeping in his car with nothing but a dream, to building a billion-dollar entertainment empire, this is the story of Tyler Perry, a man who turned his pain into purpose and became one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. Tyler Perry was born on September 13, 1969 in New Orleans, Louisiana. His childhood was marked by hardship, poverty, and pain. He grew up in a household overshadowed by abuse from his father, Emmett Perry Sr., and a lack of stability that left deep scars. But even in those dark days, his mother, Willie Maxine Perry, instilled in him the importance of faith and resilience. She would take him to church every Sunday, where young Tyler found solace in stories of hope, redemption, and forgiveness. These lessons of endurance would one day shape his storytelling, but as a child, they were simply his lifeline. Tyler's struggles as a boy were compounded by a school system that failed him. He dropped out of high school but later earned his GED, showing the first glimpse of his determination to rise above circumstances. At 16, he legally changed his first name from Emmett to Tyler, a symbolic step of reclaiming his identity. Yet he still felt trapped in a cycle of despair, desperately seeking a way to escape his circumstances. His turning point came when he heard a television host encourage viewers to write down their thoughts as a way of healing. Tyler took the advice to heart. He began journaling his trauma, pouring his pain onto paper. Those writings would later evolve into plays, creating the foundation of his career. Writing became not just a coping mechanism, but a tool for transformation. In his early 20s, Tyler moved to Atlanta to pursue his dream of becoming a playwright. He worked a series of odd jobs, from selling cars to working as a bill collector, all while saving money to finance his first stage play, I Know I've Been Changed. In 1992, after pouring his savings into the production, he rented out a theater and staged the show. But instead of the packed house he dreamed of, only a handful of people showed up. The play failed financially, and Tyler was left broke and discouraged. For the next several years, his life spiraled into homelessness. He lived in his car, scraping together what little he could to survive, showering at local gyms, and struggling to keep hope alive. But despite the crushing weight of failure, he refused to give up. He reworked his script, improved his writing, and persisted, determined that his story would one day be heard. By 1998, perseverance began to pay off. Tyler staged I Know I've Been Changed again, and this time, the audience showed up. Word spread quickly about the raw, emotional storytelling and the unique blend of humor and faith that defined his work. His plays connected deeply with African-American audiences, who saw their struggles, joys, and faith reflected on stage. Over the next few years, Perry wrote and produced hit plays such as Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's Family Reunion, and I Can Do Bad, All by Myself. It was during these years that Perry introduced the world to Medea, the tough, loud, yet loving grandmother inspired by his mother and aunt. Medea became an iconic character, embodying wisdom, humor, and resilience. The play sold out theaters across the country, building a loyal fan base and turning Perry into a rising star in black theater. Hollywood, however, didn't take him seriously at first. Executives doubted the commercial viability of his style, but Perry trusted his audience. In 2005, he adapted Diary of a Mad Black Woman into a film. Made on a modest budget of $5.5 million, it grossed over $50 million, shocking critics and proving the power of his connection with viewers. Tyler Perry had officially arrived in Hollywood. From there, his rise was unstoppable. He released a string of successful films featuring Medea and other characters, including Medea's Family Reunion, 2006, Meet the Browns, 2008, and Medea Goes to Jail, 2009. Each project combined laughter with life lessons, tackling issues such as family, forgiveness, and faith. Perry's movies were often dismissed by critics but loved by audiences, and for Perry, that was enough. He always said he made films for the people who felt unseen by Hollywood, and they rewarded him with loyalty. But Perry didn't stop at movies. In 2006, he launched Tyler Perry's House of Pain, a television sitcom that became a massive success. With more than 250 episodes, it made history as one of the longest-running sitcoms by a black creator. He followed it with Meet the Browns, The Haves and the Have-Nots, and many others, solidifying his reputation as a television powerhouse. In 2019, Tyler Perry reached a milestone few could imagine. He opened Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, one of the largest film production facilities in the United States. Built on a 330-acre former Confederate military base, the studio was more than just a workplace. It was a symbol of transformation, a powerful message that a man who once had nothing could now own one of Hollywood's most important creative hubs. The studio has hosted productions from Marvel's Black Panther to AMC's The Walking Dead, and it continues to shape the future of global entertainment. Tyler Perry's story is one of grit, faith, and vision. He went from homelessness to becoming Hollywood's first black billionaire. Yet despite his wealth and influence, he has never forgotten his roots. He is deeply involved in philanthropy, donating millions to disaster relief, education, and community programs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he paid grocery bills for thousands of families, helped feed the hungry, and supported struggling small businesses, showing that his success was never just about himself. It was about lifting others. What makes Tyler Perry extraordinary is not just his business empire or his wealth, but the way he turned pain into art. He transformed personal trauma into universal stories that uplift and inspire millions. His plays, films, and shows gave voice to communities who often felt unseen by mainstream media, reminding audiences everywhere that their stories mattered. He once said, "It's not about what you have or what you don't have. It's about being willing to go after your dream, no matter how many times you fail." His life is living proof of that truth. From a boy who endured abuse, rejection, and hopelessness, to a man who redefined Hollywood on his own terms, Tyler Perry's journey is nothing short of legendary. He showed that failure is not the end, but simply a stepping stone toward growth. Every setback he faced became fuel for his determination. Every closed door motivated him to build his own, and in doing so, he broke barriers for others to follow. Today, his legacy extends far beyond the stage or screen. Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta stands as a beacon of hope, a testament that no dream is too big and no background too humble. The land that once symbolized oppression and division as a Confederate Army base has been transformed into a place of creativity, opportunity, and empowerment. That transformation mirrors his own life, turning pain into purpose and hardship into hope. Tyler Perry's success is a reminder that dreams are not reserved for the privileged or the lucky. They belong to anyone willing to believe, work, and persist. His life teaches us that faith, vision, and relentless effort can take us from the lowest valleys to the highest peaks. If Tyler Perry's journey inspired you, take this as your sign. Your circumstances do not define your destiny. Don't let setbacks, failures, or doubts hold you back. Write down your goals, take small steps each day, and keep faith in your ability to rise. Share this story with someone who needs encouragement, and remind them that greatness is often born out of struggle. Your story is still being written. Make sure it's one of resilience, courage, and triumph, a story worth telling to the world.